Hey everyone, I'm Coloniano D, and welcome back to my Generation X olfactory experience. Today, as you can see, I'll be reviewing from the house of Versace, EROS FLAME, a 2018 release. It's a citrus, woody, spicy fragrance, and this is the second release from the EROS line. The original EROS, the EDT, was released back in 2012. Then Flame followed in 2018, then EDP followed in 2020, and Parfum back in 2021, and up and coming in 2024, a new release, Energy. So we'll see where that fits in through the whole, EROS line. And EROS, the 2012 original release, is the famous club scent. The famous club scent of 2012, Versace EROS EDT. That was more of a vanilla type fragrance. Okay, this one is more, this one's a standalone. It departs from that line. So let's go over the notes. Top notes: mandarin, black pepper, quinoto, lemon, and rosemary. The heart, we have pepper, geranium, rose. The base, we have vanilla, tonka bean, Texas cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, and oak moss. And as you can see in the presentation, the other flankers of EROS are the blue bottle. This one is the flaming red bottle. So as you can see, the crest on the bottle, on the cap. And then let's move over to the bottle, that flaming red. It's beautiful. Nice bright red bottle. That's what you want if you like a red bottle. You know, this one is it. So let's put that one back in place there. Get it refocused. Get our little cap in place here. Get this back so we can start this review. Now, Versace EROS FLAME. There you go. It's perfect. Beautiful. All right. There's the box. There's the presentation. And what I get, let's go. Let's, at the opening of Flame, I get a blast of juicy citrus, okay? And I also get a bit of sweet spices. So this, when you first spray it, after about 10-15 minutes or so, you're getting those little spices coming through, you know, from the quinoto and the rosemary. The quinotos, it's, if you're familiar with, it's a little, citrusy type looking lemon fruit, and rosemary. So you're getting a little spiciness from the rosemary, and it's very aromatic. Okay, when you give, I actually sprayed some before I started my review. You get that blast of citrus, and it's sweet, not sweet like EROS. It's like you said, this is departed from the EROS line, the original 2012. Okay, it's really nice, it's clean, it's aromatic, and after the initial juicy citrus blast, you get some florals, and there's a very slight powderiness to the florals. So you're getting the citrus blast, some spiciness. You got that black pepper. You have the rosemary. It's very aromatic, and you get that little slight powderiness from the some of the geranium that starts to peek through, in the rose. Now, geranium can have a rose profile. The rose in here, I'm not getting much of that type of rose from this. So I'm thinking that rose that you may be getting maybe from the geranium, okay? So you're getting the powderiness, and then you're getting the woods, and this goes on for about, the first 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours. It's really nice. It's a projector. It projects. If you're a heavy sprayer, if you're in close quarters, they're gonna smell it. They're gonna know you're in the room. This is a very robust fragrance. The sillage is just incredible. You leave a room or you enter a room and you walk by, they're gonna smell it. This is beautiful. So I went to Nordstrom, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was never really a big fan of the EROS line, because number one, I have the Luna Rossa line. I have all the fragrances from the Luna Rossa line, and that seems to be my favorite designer line, is the Luna Rossa. And I just, for some reason, EROS just didn't do it for me. So I stayed away from EROS. And I figured, well, I was at the mall, and I figured, well, let me get my nose on Flame. Okay, so I sprayed a little bit of the EDT, the EROS EDT, some of the EDP. I let them dry down a little bit. I was going back and forth. How we do it when we go and we test those fragrances at the mall. I had like 3 or 4 strips lined up. Actually, Nordstrom, they have those little cards. So what I did was I grabbed just the EDT was nice. It's like I said, it's pretty much more on the youthful side, I would say. But hey, it just would have been too redundant for me. So I wanted to go in a different direction. So I picked up a sample of the EDP, and I picked up a sample of the Flame, and I wore it for a couple of days. And I went back to Nordstrom, and I picked up, obviously, Versace EROS Flame. So this one is by far my favorite from that line of fragrance, the EROS. So thank goodness this wasn't a flanker. So this is more brighter and juicier and more mouth watering. My mouth is watering while I'm actually talking about it. It's absolutely fantastic. This one, to me, is very, you look at reviews, I look at others' reviews. I'm a newbie in this. So, you always try to catch a tip or two, or you see how other reviewers actually review fragrances, and, you learn a thing or two. And I didn't see many reviews on this, and it seems to me this one is very underrated. So, and it is also rumored that this one is being discontinued, but I went on the Versace site and it's still available. So I don't think it's going to be discontinued very long. Then again, I don't know how the new Energy release that's coming out in the yellow bottle, I don't know how that is going to smell in relation to this. Is this going to be, this smells just like Flame? If it's going to be one of those, then I could see why maybe they would pull Flame, but it's still available on the website, and it's still being sold in stores, and you can get it at a discounter, but I picked mine up at Nordstrom. This one, it's not very complex. This is your mall scent, your crowd pleaser, one that when you're walking into the mall and you're heading in from the mall and you're going into Macy's, and there's the the men's fragrance counter. This is one, the Versace EROS line, that actually hits you in the face, right? So, and then you have the Dior Sauvage. So this is that type of fragrance, that genre of fragrance. So, and it's an easy reach. And from a note perspective, it's pretty basic for a designer scent. It's a very pleasant scent. I do receive lots of compliments, okay? So you start getting towards the dry down, and you get that, you still have that spiciness from the pepper, it's a bit toned down. The citruses are toned down. Then the base starts to kick in with the creamy sandalwood. Okay, a little bit of patchouli, a little bit of oak moss. This is not a heavy hitter on those notes. Okay, the best part for me is the mid, because you have those florals, the geranium and the rose light, and there's that little bit of powderiness, so you're getting that little spicy powderiness, which I love in this fragrance at the mid. So the projection, it projects, you know, and the sillage. If you're a heavy sprayer, even if you're a moderate sprayer, this is, like I said, a very robust fragrance. So, and the longevity is pretty much all day, because I sprayed this first this morning around 8 o'clock, and here it is, what, you know, running around 7 o'clock almost, and I still smelled it on my clothes. And I took a shower and I sprayed a little bit more just on my hand, just to refresh and smell it. And it's really a fantastic fragrance. It's woody, it's aromatic, and it's brilliant. They did a great job with this, and that's the reason why I picked it out, because it definitely, you know, set itself from the others in the EROS line, which is the EDT, EDP, and the Parfum. I have no interest in those, and just because, like I said, I have those Luna Rosa fragrances, and that genre, it would just be too redundant. So that's my review of Versace EROS FLAME 2018 release. Feel free to comment, talk about it, and I really do appreciate you watching and listening, and I will see you next time. Thanks.